Hello guys, welcome back. In this video, we'll be learning about what is resource, what is storage account, and what is containers in storage account. So let us first understand all these concepts properly and then we'll go towards the practical. So let's understand what is resource. Azure Resource Manager is the deployment and management service for Azure. It provides a management layer that enables you to create, update, and delete the resource in your Azure account. Moving on further, let's understand what is storage account. An Azure storage account contains all of your Azure storage data objects, blobs, files, queues, tables, and disks. The storage account provides a unique namespace for your Azure storage data that is accessible from anywhere in the world over HTTP or HTTPS. Data in your Azure storage account is durable and highly available, secured, and massively scalable. Now let us understand what is containers in storage account. A container organizes a set of blobs similar to a directory in a file system. A storage account can include an unlimited number of containers, and a container can store an unlimited number of blobs. Now what is blob? Azure Blob Storage is Microsoft's object storage solution for the cloud. Blob storage is optimized for storing massive amounts of unstructured data. I hope these three concepts are clear to you guys. So now let's move towards the practical and let us create this resource, storage account and containers. Now let's get started. So now when you go to your Azure portal, you can see a plus symbol, create a resource. So just click on it. Here you need to select the API. So I'm going to choose an API for form recognizer. So just select the form recognizer API and click on create. So now you can see here there are already some filled details over here, and now it is asking us to create a resource here. So just click on create resource group, create new, and then I'll create a new. I'll say it as form recognizer only. When you're giving a name, there should be no space. You can use any special characters over here like underscore, hyphen and all, but make sure you're not specifying any space between the words. So just click on OK. Now you can see in instance details, it is asking you for the region and name. So I'm just going to keep the region as East Asia only, and the name, now instance name. So just specify your instance name over here. Now I'll say this instance name as my demo. So if you come down, it is, you have an option now for pricing tier. So in mine it is showing standard S0. So for you guys, as you're creating it for the first time, you will be able to see one more option, that is the free tier F0. So just choose free tier F0, and here I'll be choosing standard S0. Once you have selected the pricing tier, you need to check this checkbox. I confirm I have read and understood the notice below. So just check the box and then click on review plus create. So this will create your first resource group. So once you have clicked on create, this is how your resource has been created. You can see the details over here. These are the deployment details will be displayed over here. Resource name is my demo. Type will be the Microsoft cognitive service, and status will be created. So we have now successfully created our resource. What we'll do is we'll go back to our home now and we'll create a storage account. So just in your search box over here, search for storage account. There are two types of storage accounts available over here. One is storage account and another one is storage accounts classic. So choose the storage accounts. Now click on add. So again, here you need to enter some details to create our storage account. So again, here it is asking for the resource group. So we have already created our resource. Choose the form recognizer resource. Next, it is asking the name that we want to give to our storage account. So that will be here. form storage account as 1. So I'm giving the storage account name as form storage account 1. Now it's asking for the location. So the location that we have given while creating our resource is East Asia. So let us keep it as East Asia only. And then if you come down, it's again asking you the performance standard or premium. So we are just going to keep it as standard itself. Here, now it is asking you for the account kind. So there are three account storages here, kind of accounts, storage V2 and storage and blob storage. So here we are going to store as choose storage V2, that is for general purpose, and replication. Three types of replications like read access, geo, redundant storage and locally redundant storage. So we'll choose read access geo redundant storage only. And the blob store access tier is hot. Then just click on review and create. So once you have clicked on create and review, then again it is asking you to click on, it will show the details that you have filled. So everything you can just check it whether the details that you have given is correct or not over here. If not, then click on previous and just go back and make the changes, or else just click on create. So this will create your storage account. So now our storage account is created successfully. What we'll do is we'll go to resource. Okay, now you can see we are into our form storage account 1 storage account. So now if you come down here, you can see containers, file shares, tables, queues. You have got lot of options over here. So now we are going to see how to create the containers in our storage account. So click on containers. You'll be navigated to the containers page. So then again you have an option here like plus symbol container. So click on it. Give a name to your container here. So what we'll say for this container is form container. And then public access label. Private means only you can access it. And then there are blob and container. So just choose a blob container here and then click on create. So now our container is being created, which is of public access, which has a public access label as blob. Now you can just click on this form container, the container that you have created. Now if you want to upload any files CSV you here, then you can just click on the upload file and then you need to choose a file from your local machine. So here I'll just go and I'll store my files over here. Then if I go back, okay, I'm going to upload some invoices. So what I'll do is I have some invoices over here, then I'll just go here and choose the file. Minimum five, at least five of the documents should be stored here. So just open and then upload. So now all my 5 files have been uploaded successfully. Now that we have completed all these steps successfully, we are able to do the further process. So thank you guys for watching this video.